All right, guys, this is GadJudah cracking packs. This video is going to be a little bit different. This one is about it's about cards, but it's a different aspect of the card game. Or the hobby, I should say. So, as much as I enjoy this hobby, and as much as I complain about the companies I buy the cards from, obviously I don't hate them that much because I buy the cards. So I'm more so just trying to provide entertainment, and just venting at the same time, just having a little fun. But aside from that, that's not what the video is about. I rip packs and whatnot, and I also sell cards, and I sell a variety of cards, mainly the three main sports: baseball, basketball, and football. But I sell inserts, I sell parallels, I sell autos, I sell base, right? Hence the reason why I always talk about the base. But this video is different because I want to talk about the aspect of selling lower end cards, especially if you're using methods of shipping like PWA. So I'm not on eBay for various reasons, but I've been selling on Mercari for a couple years now, and I just switched over to plain white envelope PWA shipping probably going on a year now. I was trying to figure out how can I get rid of these base cards, right? Because people like lower end cards, and if the price point is right, you can move them, and I do a pretty decent job of moving base cards. Of course, they're not flying off the shelf as base, but I make a lot of team lots, I sell rookies, and all of that stuff, right? So I have a nice assortment of base. It's not just like I'm just selling you a bunch of bull crap. Like, I'm putting together team sets and stuff like that. But anyway, so that method works, right? For trying to sell those very low end cards. I'm selling team lots for like $2, $3, maybe $4, depending on how many cards and the top players in there and the rookies. No more than $5. If it's a top rookie on the team, I include him in the set. But when you ship PWE on format or on platforms like Mercari, it can work, but you will come across those scammers. There's a bunch of people that, since I've been doing it this way, I've sold a lot more cards. It actually helped boost my sales rating, and I take the same pride in selling base cards or low end cards as I would in, selling high end cards. So, just because I'm sticking them in the envelope don't mean I'm just sticking them in the envelope. Like, I'm actually taking pride, wrapping them up. I reuse the wrappers from the packs because I crack a lot of packs. So, being resourceful, I'll reuse the wrappers, because I try to be careful when I rip packs open, and I'll reuse the wrappers for an extra layer of security when shipping the cards, among other things that I do to make sure the cards are secure when shipping them PWA. I have a lot of positive feedback. I have over 200 positive feedback, on Mercari since I started doing this. But what happens is you always get those few people, from all races, all colors and creeds that, realize the format that you're shipping in and they want to take advantage of it. $3, $2, $3, $4 lot. I mean, it's $3, $4, right? But that's $3, $4 that I actually put time and effort into. I sold you an item, I provided a service, and you want to then rob me for it. And I find that to be very pathetic. To want to rob a person who's selling you some low end cards, $2, $3, $4, $5, and using the honor system, trusting that you'll rate the cards once you receive them. And I try to be patient. I try to give a grace period. I understand the way the USPS, system works, and even when you're using snail mail, PWA, as long as you're not on the other side of the map, I'm on the East Coast. So if you live in California, it's still rough. According to their site, it still would only take 3 to 4 days for that letter to get over there. At max, they say 8 days. So I give people over a week before I even say, hey, don't forget to rate your cards. I'm not coming at people like, rate the cards. I politely, professionally, say, hey, please don't forget to rate the cards that you ordered. Hope you're enjoying a lot. Hope you got them. Something like that. And, you'll get those people who never respond. And, I'm a patient person, so I'll give it another day or two. I'll respond again, and I'll repeat the cycle. And those people will never respond, and because their intention is never to pay you. You know, and you'll see them, and sometimes it'll be people that's a couple, happy picture, all of that, and they'll rob you for $4 worth of cars. Ain't that some stuff? So, you know, I wanted to cuss right there, but I'm trying to, you know, try and be different, man. You know, all praises to the Most High, you know, through his heavenly Son, my Lord and Savior, you know, but I'm gonna get back to the point. So, you know, these people out here, man, it's a shame you got people out here willing to rob you. You trying to provide a nice little service. You know, they obviously want the cars. That's why they bid it on them. But then they want to take and keep the cars and not pay you. So, you know, I believe in karma, you know, so they'll get theirs. But for $2, $3, $4, I'm not going to go to the extreme for something like that. But what I realized I should start doing is create a list of all the people who scammed me for whatever the dollar amount was. The fact is, I held my end of the bargain. Like Amazon, I fulfilled my end of the transaction. You should fulfill yours. So this video is going to be different. You know, I composed a list of a couple of people who scammed me out of cars. I'm pretty sure I'll never see that money. But you know, totaling, you know, maybe $15 or whatever. Not a big deal. It is, but it's not. You know, but I do want to come with a different, you know, element this time. So I say, you know what, maybe I'll compose a list, you know, and provide evidence and make a video about it, you know, and this would be beneficial for all of us who sell cars on whatever platform that you're using PWE on, because you know, we understand that plain white envelope shipping does not have tracking. Now, I don't know, you know, I know eBay got something going on over there where you can ship that way. I don't know if they have some kind of way to track, but I'm pretty sure eBay probably has a way to make sure you get paid. So, you know, I'm not on that platform for various reasons again. However, you know, I'm trying to thrive on Mercari, you know, and then expand on other platforms. And, you know, it's a grind. I've been grinding now for a minute. You know, like I said, I take pride in all the low-end cars that I ship out. All my cars are in great condition. They're always pack pulled. As soon as I get cars in composed sets, you know, I sleeve everything up. And I say that on my videos as well. You might not see me sleeve everything on a video, but I sleeve everything. Everything I intend on trying to list and sell gets sleeved, whether it's base or not. It gets sleeved. So anyway, in this video, you know, we're going to talk about some of those people. You know, I'm going to show you guys so that way maybe if you're on Mercari selling and you're using this format of shipping, maybe it'll help you out too. So, you know, we'll go ahead and start highlighting some of these people. All right, so first up, let's see who we have here. We'll talk about, this is just their screen names. This is not, you know, I'm not providing any of their personal information, just whatever their name is on Mercari, not their actual name, just the name that they, you know, their screen name. So this person is Chelsea.Anderson92. Okay. Now, let's see. This person never paid for the cards. Let's see. She never paid for the cards. The sale happened on July 19th of this year. And it was a MLB Star Legends card lot, Topps Archive, Panini Mosaic, Baseball, Frank Thomas. So it was a lot. That's what I named a lot. You know, I try to use a bunch of different trigger words to provide any kind of traffic I can. You know, and that's something I learned from being on eBay. You know, so anyway, this person right here, now obviously it's been about 3 weeks. This is going on a month. It's now August 9th. So this person purchased that lot for $4 that I just mentioned. And, you know, they never paid. So I conversated with them through text. You know, again, now mind you, they brought this stuff on the 19th. You know, I didn't reach out until a day ago, you know, and I said, hey, thanks for your purchase. Please don't forget to rate the cars you purchased a couple of weeks ago. Thank you again for your support. That was a day ago. Then a little while ago, I said, please don't forget to rate your purchase so we can complete the transaction. Thank you for your purchase and your support. You know, the person never responded. Now, mind you, this has been going on a month now, so they never had any intention on paying for these cards. And my final message to them was, I realized that you never had any intent on paying for your purchase. Is it really worth it for a $4 baseball card lot? And I just left it at that. I mean, really, is it really worth it for that? Like, you know, a $4 card lot and you decide to rip me off for that. Like, I hope those cards melt in whatever binder you got those in. And I hope if you sold them, they got stuck in the post office. Because you deserve it. You know, and if you decide to keep them, I hope your kid spills Kool-Aid on them and ruins those cards. So, anyway. We'll get to the next scammer.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah!
All right, so the next scammer is, let's see, Margaret Holzum. Again, this is their screen name. This person purchased a $2 lot that I sold of Whip Merrifield. It's a Whip Merrifield card lot, KC Royals, Panini Don Russ Optic Tops Baseball, 2021 MLB. That's the name of the lot, right? You know, I put all of those titles and those product names because the card lot was composed of those products. So typically, if I make a card lot of 3 cards and all 3 cards is from a different product, I'll list each product that the card comes from. You know, just trying to do whatever I can to generate sales, and not only generate sales, but generate people's trust to buy from me. You know, that's a big part of it. I used to work in customer service a lot, you know, especially in my younger day. I did a lot of customer service and a lot of telemarketing. So, you know, and always every transaction that I create or every lot that I create, when I first started selling, I wanted to come in from a buyer standpoint because I'm a buyer, so I'm a consumer. So being a seller, I felt like it's necessary to be on the same wavelength with your consumer. You know, your legitimate consumers, not your scammers and whatnot, but your authentic consumers. You know, try to answer every question they have. One tip I learned when I first started selling was, you know, because you're selling this virtually, right? You know, you want to provide all the angles and images of the item that you're selling to present it to the potential buyer, you know, in a manner that it almost feels like they're holding it physically, because they can cover, because I'm covering every angle of the item. You know, especially this was important when I was selling like electronics and stuff like that, toys and whatnot. You want to give people every angle of the item so that way they can feel more comfortable. It builds a comfortability, you know, with you trying to sell whatever you're selling. You know, my intention when I became a seller was because, one, I have experience in it. 2, is never to scam people. I've been scammed plenty of times. I want to provide the customer service experience that people want. You know, I want people to get what they pay for and the item is as described. You know what I mean? And I'm friendly and all of that stuff. You don't have to, you know, like that part of it. But long as your transaction was fulfilled the way it should be, that's where I'm happy at. So, you know, out in this world, I you know, I'm not, my naivety, right? You know, I tend to think people in this realm of things, you know, the hobby, you know, I never thought people, you know, well, I guess I never thought, let me complete my thought. I never thought people would be trying to steal cards, right? You know, and I guess I should retract that statement, because over the card craze, you know, people's been fighting and all of that stuff over cards at the stores and whatnot. You know, so yeah, if they fighting over it and all of that, I guess they would still, you know. And I've been in Walmarts and Targets plenty of times where I went to go buy cards, and, you know, I walk in the aisle and I notice boxes open, packs missing, cards laying around, you know, and it's just like, y'all didn't see this happening? This stuff is in the front end of the store. Y'all didn't see people sitting here ripping open boxes and shrink wrap flying up in the air and, you know, packs being ripped. That's foil, man. You can hear that. Anyway, so, you know, I'm gonna go on to the next scammer. But yeah, man, you know, this person scammed me for a $2 card lot, and that's why I try to only sell small numbers of base cards. You know, small. I do mini lots pretty much for mini prices, so that way if I do got to take that hit, it's not hurting. Have I sold and I have sold a couple of cards PWE that was around the $7-8 range, you know, mini lots and single cards. And for the most part, thankfully, thank the Lord, I haven't been scammed on that end. You know what I mean? When it came to those cards, like I sent out a relic card one time, not a, you know, highly valuable relic card, but, you know, nonetheless, I was taking a chance, right? Don't know this customer from a can of spray paint, but, you know, they got the card, didn't even have to question them. You know, they rated when they received the stuff, and I was thankful. You know, and you got to thank the Most High, you know, through His Heavenly Son for little things like that, right? Just little transactions like that in life, because there is so many people out here that's on a whole different wavelength. But anyway, so yeah, that person got me, you know what I mean? So hence the reason for making this video. Here's another person. Here's this Toredo, right? Let's see. What was this? So they got me for a Don Russ Basketball 2022 Boston Celtics team card lot, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. It was a team set. So it was 8 cards that had all the players that Don Russ provided this year, you know, for each team. And plus I also provided the 8th card was an insert of Bill Russell, you know, a paper insert, nothing crazy. And you know, yeah, so I sold it for $3, right? You know what I mean? That was my price point, $3. You know, I'm not asking for much with these base cards, right? Trying to provide a comfortable price point. You know, another thing I learned in selling is this. You can balance it in certain ways. Like there's different ends of the spectrum. So okay, you could be a person that has low volume, high dollar selling, you know what I mean, or low to mid volume, high dollar selling. Or would you want to be, or you can consider being, you know, a high volume, low dollar seller, you know what I mean? Because in the end, it kind of helps. To me, you know, I realize, you know, would you want to sell 99-cent items that sells hundreds of that item a day? Or would you rather sell $100 items that only move like 5 times a day? Especially considering the economy, you know, and necessities, right? You know, so if you're selling niche things, you know what I mean, those things are not needed, you know, but of course there's plenty of people, even in a recession, that have disposable income, even, you know, myself included. A little, you know, it's not as much, but I do buy cars. So anyway, yeah, this person right here, this Torado 132, you know what I mean, sold this lot on January 31st, right? So that's kind of close. You know what I mean? But it's been, January 31st now. We talking about almost 10 days. It's the 9th. You know what I mean? It is 10 days, you know, so yeah, it doesn't take that long to get, you know, a couple states over. This person lives virtually on the East Coast. They don't even live in the West or the Midwest or nothing like that. They live on the more southern side of the East Coast, but still, you know, a few states away. I'm pretty sure this customer been got the cards. You know, and they just don't intend on paying, most likely. And that's all good. Hopefully they do, and if they do, I'll make an update video. But, you know, again, this person is trying to rob me, or has robbed me, for a $3, you know, Boston Celtics team card lot. You know, that's a shame. That is a shame. And, you know, it hurts more because as a consumer, I never go to consume with malice or any kind of, you know, malicious intent, I should say. You know, I never go into a store with intentions to refund stuff that I broke. You know, I never go online and try to buy stuff and scam people and say it was broke, or, you know, all of this crazy stuff. I'll only do that if the item actually came messed up. You know, and I'm not even going to be irate about it. You know, we can conversate, negotiate, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm a seller myself, so I'm not trying to make another seller's life miserable from the consumer standpoint. You know, but you have a lot of consumers out here that are trying to scam the heck out of you. So, you know, this person, Torado, yeah, they got me for a Boston Celtics, you know, base lot, all good. You know, I got a couple more scammers in the works that I might not really talk about yet because, you know, the cards went out maybe 7 days ago, and I'm just trying to give it time according to the USPS standards, you know what I mean, on snail mail. You know what I mean? Now, I trust the USPS, right? They make sure when you mail a letter out, and when letters get mailed to you, you get them, right? I know I do. You know what I mean? My bills come faithfully. I can never call one of my, you know, places up and say, hey, that bill never came. You know what I mean? Because they'll say, we sent it out and we sent it electronically. So, you know, the mail system has been working and accurate and effective for years now, decades, you know what I mean, ever since it was created, pretty much, when they was battling against the Pony Express. You know what I mean, another story for another time. But yeah, so, you know, you got some scammers out there. So this video is for all my people selling cars, doing PWE style. I don't care if you're selling Pokemon or whatever you selling, plain white envelope, man, just be careful. Pretty sure a lot of you people already know this and are aware of this, but this is going to be a new video log for me. I'm going to, every time I get scammed by somebody for some low-end cards, I'm going to make a video about them. Again, I'll never reveal a person's personal information, just their screen name, you know, their buyer screen name. Most people got, you know, made-up screen names. Not many people buys on Mercari, or sells, for that matter, using their full government name. So, you know, but yeah, so we're, you know, be mindful, you know, and, you know, I still enjoy the hobby, man. You know, I still do. But things like this are kind of, you know, put a negative effect on you for a little bit. You know, it's demotivation, not motivation. You know, my motivation over the last couple of weeks was actually to just increase my listing habits, right? Like, I went from 200 and something cars over the past week or so to almost 500 listings in my Mercari. And yes, sales did increase. Again, I'm selling low dollar stuff, but if I can corner that market, so to speak, and I've been looking into ComC and whatnot as well. But for right now, I'm selling because I'm a collector, buyer, ripper, all of that. So, it's a way to kind of liquidate the losses, and keep going, and keep playing the game. When we buy these cars, we playing the game. It is lotto in a sense, but it's more of a strategic lotto in a sense, because you can buy scratch offs all day and you can lose on all 5 of those scratch offs you brought, and you can't do nothing with those after that. But you can buy 5 blasted boxes of cards, and even if you don't get great cards, you still got some stuff in there that you can put together in certain kinds of ways, and it'll sell. And you can then you can recoup some of that money back, so you're not taking a total loss. So you can't do that with the lottery. What they'll tell you to do is sign all those scratch offs that lost, send them in, and we'll give you another shot at another lottery for free. Man, you can keep that. So, until next time, I got a couple more scammers in the works, and if it pans out that way, we'll be making another video. But until next time, guys, this is GadJudah, another side of the game. But we want to keep playing. I got my controller, I got turbo, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, as I keep listening. But I'll put it on pause, but I'll never stop.